Welcome again. This is our third in a series of videos on a Buddhist response to the coronavirus. So my name's Maitreyabandhu.
And my name's Danayutta.
So we want to talk about, we want to talk about the importance of staying connected with each other and with the community.
Yeah. So one of the things about feeling anxious or feeling fearful is that we then tend to feel a bit threatened. I don't know about you, but I've been following the news, the UK news as well as the news worldwide. I've got family worldwide. And that does cause a sense of anxiety. And I think when we feel anxious, when we feel fearful, when we feel frightened and threatened, our instinct is to withdraw into me and mine. And do this thing of looking after number one.
Yeah.
So actually what we need to do is to not do that. I think what happens is we sort of withdraw and we get isolated, and we don't connect with each other, and that's got some serious implications.
Yeah, well, if we don't connect with each other, then we actually weaken ourselves.
Yeah.
Because so much of our strength is a social strength. It's to do with being connected with others. And it's really striking, I think, that the corona outbreak. What it does, it makes you feel threatened.
Yeah.
It really makes you feel like something's going to happen to me.
And frightened of other people.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So you don't want to get close to people,
Yeah.
and sort of like, or they don't want to speak to other people, don't really want to interact with other people.
Well, it's also that weird thing of not being able to touch people or hug them. It becomes like a metaphor for, actually, I need to keep away from other people.
It's like arm's length.
At arm's length. So one of the things that can happen, I think, when any community is under threat, whether it's your family, whether it's your social group, whether it's your area, whether it's England, wherever it is in the world, two things can happen. Either you pull together and help each other and support each other, and thereby strengthen each other, and actually amazing things can come out of pulling together, or often enough people pull apart and even pull against each other, start to blame each other, start to turn on each other out of this feeling of threat. And you could say that that's the difference, isn't it, between heaven and hell. Heaven is where difficulty is responded to by being generous, by looking after the needs of others. Hell is where difficulties are responded to by just trying to look after number one. There's that old fable, isn't there, that there are these long forks. You go down to hell, they've got these long forks and they can't get their food into the mouth, even though it's a fantastic banquet. They go up into heaven, same banquet, same length of fork, but they're feeding each other. Yeah. And it's easy to platitudinize it, but you can see that that's the whole thing. You're going to pull together with this. This is a challenge for you. Are you going to pull together with this, or are you going to pull apart with this? If you do the latter, it's not in your interest, and it's not in your friend's interest.
And one of the key things, if you do want to pull together in a time of anxiety, actually is to be willing to see if you can, sort of stay with any discomfort, and in a way lower our expectations of each other, our expectations of systems and infrastructure as well. And then on the positive side, really seeing if you can cultivate a sense of loving kindness, cultivate a sense of compassion. The Buddhist word is metta. Do the Maitreyabandhu loving kindness meditation practice if you can. Or if you don't have a meditation practice already, see if you can just start by imagining others. Yeah. So if you live in a neighborhood, imagine your neighbors, even if you've never said hello to them. See if you can bear your work colleagues in mind. If you're at school, see if you can bear your schoolmates or your university mates in mind.
And an obvious thing to do, if you haven't learned the Maitreyabandhu practice, the cultivation of loving kindness, which I think is really what the world needs just now. I mean, it always needs it, but look on our YouTube site when you've got Garavavati and myself teaching in the Maitreyabandhu practice. There's lots of support for you if you want to take up that practice. I really recommend it. So that practice is about going from looking after me, looking after number one, to going to looking after us. It's going from how can I be happy to how can we be happy. Yeah. How can we be happy is a much stronger place for you and for any kind of grouping or community. So that's what we wanted to show you today. The instinct to withdraw into me. How are we going to decide to pull together or pull apart? Can we imagine others, send loving kindness to others? Can we be generous? So those are some of the things we're thinking, and also, of course, we're trying to do this out of generosity, and we're asking anyone who can to make a donation to us, to the London Buddhist Centre, so that we can keep offering the Dharma to people, offering ways of living fruitfully and valuably to other people. So I hope you can give. But that'll do for just now.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bye.